around that time frame, you had these two separate crews. You had Sick Ass Crew and you had DEM. And these crews actually got together with some of the older guys, which is Ross 13. It's actually an older Ross 13 piece right here, and formed a crew called Infinity Crew. There's mainly just a core group of friends that all actually happened to be pretty good and pretty talented at what we did. You actually had a few people that were like out-of-towners that still, we had Chino, who lives in New York. He's one of the responsible people for getting Infinity Crew together. Chino did a lot of monumental things, opening one of the first hip-hop stores in the West Coast. He was a tour manager for the Executioners. He developed the logo for the Gravediggers and the Beatnuts, and just did a lot of stuff in the hip-hop community, still does. You had someone from the West Coast that moved in, an artist by the name of Soner. Soner actually introduced a lot of the Dallas people to inner outlines and a lot of stuff to what people were doing in the West Coast. This is an old school roll call. This is a Jedi piece. And it's got, you know, shout outs to Ross, Ozone, Chosen, Marka, Abis, Vert, Teks, Ergo, Det, MBK, SCB, well, you had TV Crew, Soner, you have Minus, Chino. Pretty cool little shout out. This is a pretty cool piece right here. It's actually done from Cezo. When Cezo did this, it was like an Abis S, it was a Vert E, and it was a Cezo Z. It's kind of the style Cezo was doing at the time frame. And this is a Namer E. It was a really badass E. The cool part about this is, is that he chose to do each person's thing. Cezo actually came into the scene. He got up around the same time as the earlier cats did, but he lived in Albuquerque, and he relocated here and actually became friends with the scene and started doing a lot of really cool stuff, legally and illegally. I guess the cool thing about the Dallas scene, to me, it seemed like even a lot of the illegal stuff was really cool. It didn't really strike you as vandalistic. Maybe I'm an old school guy or I'm getting older or whatever, but it seemed like in that time frame, the art of actually where you put it was just as important of how you did it and everything else. I guess the reason why I pulled that sketchbook, I guess in this time frame, people really tried to have an original style, or at least had something to at least claim their own. You could probably say this person was influenced from this person or got this style from this person, but you genuinely tried to have something that was your own. You know? I think the beauty of, even though some of the stuff we did was hella ugly, it was still something that was unique and something, you know, I felt was something different. If you had, you know, Eon doing characters that were like, you know, that were really kind of Simpson-y looking, but they were still like his own. You had like Abis doing like these little ninja Raiden looking characters. You know, you really couldn't find anybody really painting that small and doing stuff like that on trains. And, you know, I kind of think that that's kind of what's up, or at least what marked Dallas graffiti. It separated us from, you know, separated us all as individuals more or less, but separated Dallas from everybody else. You know, we weren't really trying to, you know, if we did kind of copy, it seemed like in that time frame we kind of like got it from each other more than an outside source.